Yo, testing the mic, testing the mic. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are live.
Yay!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Trash Talk with JacobTrash. You already know what the heck's going on. I got my homie Aaron.
What's up?
With me. You already know.
I'm glad I got to be on talking trash.
Talking trash.
Let's talk this trash.
I'm just gonna make sure that this chat is okay for my phone.
Now everyone gets a nice view of my dog's butt.
Where is she? Nice. What kind of dog do you have?
Oh, Pembroke Welsh Corgi.
Corgi. Oh, your Corgi.
She's Trica, and she just got spayed, so that's why she has her little cone of shame on.
How did she react to it?
She was just tired when I picked her up. She went right to me, and then she laid down like, I hate you, but I need you to take me home. I felt bad, but she took it well. She just, she had all the drugs in her system, so she was just not feeling up to doing nothing. I felt so bad.
Oh, your baby.
Oh yeah.
How old is she?
She's 6 months now.
6 months?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, 7.
7 months?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, my dog is 9 months. I think it's 10 months this month. He's a pit bull. You already know. My little baby. He's outside right now at the moment because Ari's.
She's a special little girl, and she demands to have the whole house.
Ari's got all the channels going on right now.
She get all the plugs, man. All the women at PetSmart be giving her treats to check out.
Oh, yeah?
Because they do that for, like, every dog.
Yeah, I was going to say, my dog got that, too. No, but, let's see. What was I gonna say? What were we talking about earlier? We were talking about that we saw that dude on Twitter that was from Texas, and he got on that Ariana Grande song, or his beat did.
Like, just think, those are perfect scenarios and situations to put that person in that spot. Like, had they not met this person, seen this person, talk to this guy, and then known this chick, it would have never happened. And I just find that just crazy, because you could find that one right person, at a Sonic one day while you're getting mozzarella sticks, and he's like, "Hey, is that your mixtape in the car?" "Yeah." "Oh, well, I have this record deal. I work at this record place, or I know this guy." And it's like, dude, whole life changed just because I went to Sonic and got mozzarella sticks.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's why nowadays I love to talk to literally so many different people. It's ridiculous. Like, you don't know who has what.
Yeah.
Like, not what you need, but like
what, something like a stepping stool to get you to the next one,
to get you somewhere.
Yeah. I like in show business, and when it comes to music and things of that nature, I'm sure it's always about who you know and how you can get to the next step from that person, which is kind of unhealthy though, because you think about it, you find that person that you can help, you only gain that connection on whether or not they can help you, versus instead of being like, oh, that's a cool dude or that's a cool chick, it's like, oh no, they can get me to over here, so maybe I should be friendly with them for a little bit. And I think that's I think that spawns that poor behavior, poor, the way you treat other people, is because it's like, okay, well, this is how the world works, I gotta claw my way to the top, instead of being like, I can still be human about it.
Yeah, definitely be human about it.
That's a part of things when you grow up and you got to learn. There's a lot of what you wish you wanted, and what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing may not always be true. Could be skewed, given that your parents raise you a certain way, or people mess with you as a young kid and you learn wrong things.
Oh yeah, definitely. When people mess with you, like And kids just mess around. Kids are evil, you know. Kids are not evil. It's just they just don't know, so they're a little harsher. They don't know how to comprehend feelings and whatnot. I guess is that it?
No, that makes sense because I mean, you think a kid that kid that would bully me in elementary school, I guarantee he would have no idea that if what he was doing made me feel a certain way or made a kid feel a certain way. He was just like, oh, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
as I feel some kids just do, but they're evil. They're not nice kids out there. And kids just stay like that.
Yeah, unfortunately. But
you think it's the parenting, or is it the kid mostly?
I feel parenting allows them. Parenting will guide them to a better position in their head and understand things better. But if that kid, goes home and the dad is real strict with them and the mom's real strict with him, but he goes to school and he acts out, I feel it's because when he's home and his home is so bad that he can't let go of his, loosey feelings at home and feel, have fun as a kid. And he goes to school. He's like, well, my parents are so mean to me. I'm gonna be mean to others. So.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It could be parents that teach them to not be good, or parents that teach them to be so good that they end up going and being bad because they're tired of, feeling so put in a box.
Maybe, yeah. I can see that. I can see that one too.
That's what's crazy now. Like I feel parents at the generation we are now versus the generation that our parents were in, they weren't, their parents weren't put in consideration how a certain comment might make your son feel.
Yeah,
and they think, oh, it's whatever, I dealt with it, and then pass it down. It's like, that's not something you want to pass down. Is, oh, I dealt with it. You don't want your kid to deal with something that they have to live with every day until they move out.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's the way I feel. I call out my family now whenever they say the wrong thing or say something that I know that I would have just said silent about. Stayed silent with.
Yeah.
Not anymore. It's like now I can actually create arguments, and that's what growing up I feel helped with. Someone like me, that I learned, like, okay, I can now have a proper argument and give good reasons and proper comebacks to them to be like, hey, y'all don't know everything, and now that I know a little bit more, I know that y'all don't know everything.
Yeah, I can definitely say to a few friends where they say a comment, I'm like, you sure you should have said that, bro? Or you can justify it and fight for it and say why. But also being friends like that is good, so you could tell them easier in their way. So it's like coming up to a random person and saying that, like, nah, like, you don't know how they're gonna react.
Yeah,
that's the toughest part. It's just like saying that to a person. Like, do you stand up if you hear something bad out in public, or do you just be quiet and just be like, nah, let them live their life, whatever?
I feel it more depends on whether or not, like, if I'm sitting at a restaurant and some guy at 3 tables over said something that was like crucially racist or something in that nature, I would say something. But if it's like a matter of something small, like within like a relationship, and it's not something that I can read as he's abusive or something like that, and they're both going back or something like that, no. I say those are situations that you have to know how severe what they're saying is, and if you don't, then you probably shouldn't say anything, because then you're gonna sound dumb. Like, you gotta. Every situation's so different, but
oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, definitely. Yes, I agree.
Definitely say when it's needed, but I can, you got to be that kind of person to understand what is and isn't needed.
That's some real trash talk. Yes, sir. It is some real trash talk. You already know. We're talking about kids now. Now that you were a kid, and now that you're an adulting, paying a lot of things and working for doing those things, is it worth it? Well, I mean, you had to do it, but is it like, was it all you wanted it to be?
Not in any way. I mean, some parts, yeah. Because I mean, when I
definitely some parts, freedom.
Yeah, like what was it on Twitter? Someone's like, I tried to explain to a kid because he was saying how excited he was to get older and grow old, and that person put, you may have even seen it, and he was like, he's like, you can eat. The person explained to the kid, think about it. You can eat ice cream every day. And then I saw his eyes light up and he was so happy, but you have to buy it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's basically
you have to buy it yourself. You can do anything you want. You gotta work. You gotta make money and get it.
Yeah, I mean, just think of that division of how time goes from you being a kid, and that kid thinks, "Oh, ice cream's sweet, it's awesome, and I can have it every day."
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're older, you're like, "Oh, yeah, but ice cream, sugar, cholesterol.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now I got to pay for it, and now my freezer's full, and I don't have any hot pockets." It's like it's just it's like putting a mind of a child in a box and then putting the mind of like a teenager / adult and then an adult, like, you know, older person, and be like, wow, that's a big cut. And you can kind of see those differences of saying you don't think about cholesterol as a 5-year-old. You don't think about sugar as a 5-year-old. But once you hit a certain age, you're like, oh, I can't have a lot of this, so I'm gonna get some diabetes.
Do you think there's like do you think there's like a solution already, or if not a better solution to make kids transition to adults easier? I guess high school really is it, but that's just school. Like that's just, it's still like you're a kid, you know. After, well, I guess college is that also.
See, but college isn't a guarantee. High school and middle school
You're right.
Technically is a guarantee.
You're right.
Technically.
Yeah, technically. I mean, besides the dropping out.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say at least I can speak on my personal perspective. Growing up from middle school to high school, in middle school, I learned a lot about what didn't really matter in terms of like what was important and what wasn't. As like a kid, you know, my parents try to steer me better in a direction at a younger age, so I could know when I'm older, like, okay, I'm already this step ahead of, you know, other people. I'd say high school was definitely more of a forming on who you are as a person, and that I think is definitely a benefit. I don't think it does great at transitioning, you know, teenagers to adults, but like my freshman year of, you know, high school, I wore Jordans and I kept looking at what everyone else was wearing and what shoes they had, and I was like, I want that because, you know, this kid looks like this, I want that. Then once I hit sophomore, junior year, I was like, okay, I like this, and I think that's beneficial. You know, you learn what you like, not what everyone else is enjoying. Yeah, like
I feel that. So then it is basically, it is just basically socializing and getting your act and finding out what's up.
Yeah.
Do you think kids who don't socialize are less? Do you think kids who socialize or not socialize are more likely to be like mature? I guess
the ones that socialize less would be more mature, or the ones, or they would
Which
be
ones?
less. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
I feel for the people that socialize less, they get to be more observant, so they get to, you know, see what, you know, Jose from, you know, their, you know, English class is acting like, and you know, I don't want to be like that.
It's one thing, like for me personally, it's one thing to look at it and understand it and be like, yeah, I understand. But then once you do it, and then it's like a no, or it's like a bad thing, it's like, oh, okay, now I understand.
Yeah.
Now from doing it, I had to understand. Or I don't know. Maybe that's what I feel like. The awkward, or not the awkward ones, but the less social ones are like, oh yeah, I can see that. I haven't done it or nothing like that yet, so I'm okay. Or I haven't talked to anybody like that, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
Kind
of like homeschool kids. They don't know about like hanging out on Friday night because they've only been at home. They don't have a buddy. They don't have friends. So I say, yeah, I'd say if you socialize less, you don't understand more, but you can see it and know it's there, but you won't understand, like, why is he acting that way? Well, I bet you if you tried, you know, talking like he did, then you'd understand, like, this is why this person is the way they are.
Yeah, you just gotta live it, I guess.
Yeah, like my coworker, he was homeschooled all the way up till he was 18, and Yeah, all the way until he was 18. And he's like, yeah, if the conversation we're having now about, him drinking, he's like, I didn't drink my first beer till I was my freshman year in college.
Wow. Yeah.
And he's like, I would look at, since my parents raised me a certain way and I didn't really have friends and I couldn't really have friends, I saw, basically my parents put it in my head that, you drink, you're an alcoholic. If you, do one thing, then next thing you know, you're going to be shooting heroin.
Yeah.
And he's like, I had to understand for myself and see it and drink a beer to know, oh, I'm not an alcoholic. They just made me think this is how it was.
Yeah, definitely. You really think that? I mean, that's good on parents because like, I tell my little cousins and everything like, you better stay in school and you better go to freaking college and all this stuff, even though I didn't, and some, unlike most of my family, didn't, and yada yada. So it's like, you tell them to do that stuff, but it's not that bad,
Yeah, if they do or don't.
Yeah, like don't touch that lighter. I mean, it's just a lighter, but just don't touch it until they figure out, oh, okay, bet I can touch that lighter.
Yeah, and it doesn't do nothing.
I can touch the lighter because I know how to touch it.
Yeah, oh man, I just had a point and I was gonna get it. Yeah, it's all just about experiences. For you to grow up and become a better person, it's a matter of experiencing the things with also knowing your limits, because you don't want to shoot heroin so you can learn, oh yeah, heroin's not that bad, and then be like, oh no, heroin is bad, so don't do it.
No, yeah, there's definitely some things where you're just like,
I just think parents instill, it might be the right word, into people's mind, or at least into their kids' minds, that certain things are just so terrible. And putting that fear into them does not allow them to grow as a person, because they're fearful about what their parents agree with and disagree with, instead of forming their own, understanding of what is and is not good. Because like if my dad said, don't smoke the cigar as a child, I'm like, okay, well, I want to because you're doing it. Why are you doing it? Well, tell me as a parent why I shouldn't do it. So then I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got to explain more. You have to communicate a lot and
make them understand for real.
Yeah. I mean, just like babies, you got to give facial expressions so they understand happy and sad, but they figure it out because when you're smiling, they know you're happy.
Oh yeah.
Because you want a lot when you're young. You want a lot of things when you're young. Bless you.
Thanks. Oh yeah, I wanted everything when I was young. I wanted everything and went out and got it.
Just Buzz Lightyear. What do you call that? Lamp or
the thing.
Ceiling fan. That's so cool.
I know, that's awesome. I love it so much.
All right, what are you doing? Yeah.
Let's see. Is there any music you've listened to, or that's out and you listen to, I guess?
That I can talk about. I mean, Kamikaze was good.
Eminem's. Yeah. What's your favorite song?
So far, it's just the one with Jordan Lucas. Was it? I can't think of the name of it. No, it's not next one.
Let's look it up right now.
I like that one only because seeing artists like that have the ability to just go fast and still have it be words, and you understand that there are words in there that are just not fillers. I like that, and him just to go off. Oh, like because I feel like music like that for the right person will now hear that song and think, I bet you I can go faster. I bet you I can come up with something better, and try to mimic it until he can do it himself or herself.
And be just as good.
Yeah.
Or inspire them.
Yeah. I love artists that are like, hey, you got it, do it. And like how Logic said when he went on tour with Kid Cudi, he was saying how Cudi told him, don't be afraid to sing, even if you can. He's like, I can barely sing. And he's like, I still put it in my songs. And, look how everyone loves Kid Cudi's hums. Like just hearing him do that is pleasing. Now, he made one artist from a young age to grow up and be like, all right, screw it, I'm gonna do this, and started singing in my songs or putting little things in my songs. And I like when they inspire others and make them be like, hey, you don't have to be so afraid of certain things just because they're young.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you're out there, just keep doing different stuff as long as As long as you're doing something and making some sort of movement and wave and start crashing, you know?
What does it say?
Start crashing into things.
Like a shark that stays still dies.
For real.
So they have to continue always swimming.
Always swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
I was just gonna say, like Dory.
Just keep swimming. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. So this album, this is the first song. I think I can only play it a little bit for YouTube, but it's
probably like 15 seconds or so. First thoughts. See where this takes me.
These are things that I'd rather do than you want to All right. Well, that was I like that little skip it. That was the first song. This is the second song.
It's the third one? Yeah, the third one's the one that he goes fast, like I say like halfway through it, I think. That's Joyner. No. There you go. Like,
wow.
Like what?
Yeah, for sure.
Like how are you gonna have the ability to just get all that out?
Yeah, that's pretty good, Eminem. So those are the first 3 songs on Kamikaze by Eminem. I have yet to hear it, honestly. Like, I just heard that right now.
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, I can't say I listened to Eminem's albums fully, even his first few. I never listened to them all the way through, but I always liked some of his songs, and I never had any that I was like, oh, this is dumb.
Oh no, I like Eminem for sure.
He goes off on like 15 people, like drops names on the album too, and like this thing, he's the guy that people don't really want to go after in hip hop because of the fact that he has so much talent and so much just thought in what he says and how he can do it. That's like, oh yeah, I can't even touch that.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, for sure. Nobody can touch him.
He's
definitely a great.
How about you? Anything new?
Well, one of my friends told me about Russ. Do you listen to Russ?
Yeah, I like Russ.
He came out with something today or last night or something.
Yeah, he came out with an album, Zoo.
Yeah,
I hadn't heard it yet.
I had that popped up right here, but yeah, because he just told me about it, and I was like, I don't really listen to Russ.
Why do people give him so much crap?
I don't know, honestly. I think he makes softer music. That's why, but I'm not sure. This is his first song.
Oh, flute song.
And like anything go, people are shady as fuck. I keep to myself, but I feel the energy though. None of these people are friends with me though. I don't put anything past them.
I don't know. Second one.
Unfortunately, I rarely take the time to smell my flowers. Used to move around a lot. Used to have the packed house.
Yeah. Not really a fan of Russ.
He has hit and miss songs, but I don't hate on him to be like, I don't like it all at all. I mean, heck, when was it Losing Control? That song was a jam. I don't care what anybody says. They don't like Russ. That was a jam.
What's up, Mark? Oh, which one?
Losing Control. Falling in love now. Losing control now.
By Russ?
Yeah.
No, I never heard of it.
What? That was like his one of the favorites, like famous songs that he put out that everyone was like, oh, okay, this is Russ.
It's his number 1 song right here. I'm losing control now.
I be singing this in the shower.
Yeah, I know that song.
I can tell.
Yeah, I sing that in the shower sometimes.
That was damn near verbatim what he was saying.
I know. So yeah, go ahead and Hit that subscribe button. You already know what the heck's going on. The like button.
The like, retweet.
Hit the share. Hit the share. Tell your homies. Tell your homies. Follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Jacob is trash. For any questions or concerns or thoughts. You want to shout out anything, Aaron? Shout out time.
I don't even know what's my at name. I was like, you can follow me on Twitter, but I don't even know my own at name. Was it AA_Ron20? Right?
Something, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. But nah. But if anyone's single, no, I'm just playing.
Let's see. What are the speaking of Twitter? What are the hottest memes out? What are the hottest memes? What is the hottest posts out on Twitter right now? Check your Twitter. I'm gonna check my Twitter right now.
That's like the
And I'm gonna go to refresh. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down a couple swipes. And I see. I don't really see any memes right. Oh shoot.
the one that I really love is the at least that the one I've been starting to like more is the that guy who sings that song "Let Me Suck Your Titties."
No.
You don't know what that is?
No.
Is this a realm of Twitter that no one knows about? Really, that "Let Me Suck Your Titties, baby"? No.
Not me.
Oh man!
I don't know that.
If I could find him fast enough, it's the greatest.
Let's see. What are the hottest memes out? Tweet me your hottest meme right now, so I can show everybody. Oh wait. Here we go. I got some memes right here. Somebody tweeted me.
I like that.
Huh? What the heck is that?
That's from the guy who sings that song "Let Me Suck Your Titties." And whenever a guy posted that, when this chick, she posted some selfie or some shit, and he put that underneath, and everyone knew like that's what he was saying. "Let me suck your titties."
This is what it looks like. Okay.
I'm trying to find him singing just that
Still
part.
okay one. Oh no. How many people? Oh no. I can't post those. Let's see. What else is there? Show how to meme. Show how to meme.
So, and he posts a lot on Twitter, and he posts a lot of different stuff, but he posts like him singing that in all different like verses of him singing things like that, and everyone wants him to put out a song for it, and I want him to put out a song
Oh my gosh.
because like if I could hear a song for about at least 2 minutes of him talking about sucking titties, I hear it.
Dude. Send that to me. Like I don't know how you to DM that to me or something.
DM that to me. I'll send you this the most recent one he's put out. There you go. But yeah, it's so funny because like one, it's his voice is great. Two, it can't get any better when you have a voice like that and you can come up with something funny and people are like, this is funny but sounds good. You got something.
Oh, what about the Ralph one that he's looking outside the house?
Yeah, who gave Ralph a face?
Oh yeah, I seen that on Twitter right now. But I seen the real one somewhere. Here it is. The Ralph meme. He's looking outside. Poor Ralph.
Poor Ralph. The Nike ads are getting funnier and funnier because people are putting different things on them and making their own spin of it.
Oh yeah, I seen the turban one. You seen that one?
What was mine?
You know the turbans?
Oh wait, with the
or not the turban.
You talking about the chick that had that on?
The chicks, yeah, they can only show their face or something.
I love that one.
Oh, these ones?
No, well, yeah, it's like that with the "Just Do It." Instead of it being that actual thing, it's just a bunch of people saying randomly.
That's funny. I could have swore we had the lead. That's hilarious. I didn't know that was a meme though.
Yeah, people are like it used to be like just a regular just do it, and I can't remember the name. Oh no, it was Colin Kaepernick. It was Colin Kaepernick's one. Have you not seen that?
No,
Oh,
I don't remember.
but yeah, everyone was making a whole outrage about it because he was the face of Nike's ad, and all these racist people were like, "I'm gonna cut my Nikes off, or cut the Nike sign off my shorts and socks," and like you already paid for them. They're not gonna lose money because you just cut off a symbol. And even then, you're already advertising that it's Nike because anyone that knows that what that means will know that that's Nike. So it just kind of makes no sense. But hey, people get mad for none.
So one of my friends tweeted me my brother's pictures.
Yeah, that's all was dumb. I like the where he's in the cafeteria. See,
Yeah, yeah.
believe in something even it means sacrificing everything. It's just Colin Kaepernick. Yeah.
I never see that one.
So everyone's just been fixing it. Like someone did one with Mike Tyson. It says believe in something even if it means
Oh no.
sacrificing everything.
Oh no.
And then below it says just do it.
No,
Jeff.
man. Jeff.
My hick friend. I sent one to him. It was like put a good dip in and crack a cold one. Just yee it.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that meme right there.
If The Office wasn't on my mind all the time, I wouldn't.
You like The Office?
Oh man, it's my favorite show
What,
ever. Will always be. It's
What
just too good.
what season are you on?
Dude. I've watched this. I want to say over 10 times, which is not like too much for like crazed fans, but I've for sure watched the season over 10 times.
The whole thing?
Yeah,
God.
it's so that's why it's like Friends. It has such a high rewatch value that people can go back to it and not get tired of it. Plus, you catch little things and you understand. You kind of see. You pay more attention to the little things instead of watching the whole story progress. Oh,
Have you seen Friends?
I have not seen all the Friends. I've watched, I'd say, like a good portion of it. My ex loved it, and heck, all of my exes loved Friends, and they watched it. And I would watch it whenever they had it on, or if they didn't want to watch The Office. Like this is bullshit. I would watch their Friends and all that, and nobody would watch like The Office with me because it's not that funny. And I'm like,
dude,
it's not that funny.
The Office is hilarious for sure.
You ain't got humor. If you
Shouts
don't look
out.
at the camera in real life when there's no camera, like, do you live? Are you really living? I'll take one of those little glances at it in space. Like everyone else understands what you're doing.
That's hilarious, dude. Yeah, dude. I've watched The Office a few times for sure. A lot of times, but I don't really, not really into it that much. But I love it.
Like I got the what do you call it mug? The best world's best boss.
Nice.
I love that mug. Don't even drink coffee. I want a bobblehead, but they're hard to find now.
Oh yeah, The Office bobbleheads.
Yeah, they had Dwight because you know how in the show Dwight had his own bobblehead that Angela gave to him for Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did that one. I think they did one with Michael, and there might be one more, but yeah, I wish I had the one with Dwight. If they had a Jim one, I'd for sure get Jim.
My uncle has that bobblehead of I don't know his name, but the guy with the glasses.
Oh, Dwight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has one. He has it on his car.
Yeah.
He's like, "You watch Office?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's cool."
What's your take on? What's your take on whenever you go to like a concert, and you have a seat, like a legitimate seat to sit in, and everyone around you like will stand up, even when you bought a seat. Do you find that it would be better if everyone just sat down, or do you think it just makes sense that you buy a seat and everyone stand up?
It would make sense if well, I mean, it's technically like a section for you to sit because they have to organize it or a place for you to sit or to stay, really, because they have to they can't have everybody up close or because if you just paid to get in or whatever, like I don't know, or a section like everybody would be at the front of the section and I don't know. So that's how I feel about the seats thing. But and for standing up, like I obviously understand, like you just can't be sitting down, watching something that you've been wanting to watch live, or you know.
I guess. I mean, the reason why I say is only because when I went to a Logic concert and Joey Badass was on, everyone stood up and I had a seat, and like everyone stood up. I had no idea who Joey Badass was at the time. Like I've heard his name, but I had never listened to any of his music. And yeah,
Hmm.
I liked it when I heard it, but I'm like, man, I can't see a damn thing, and I got the tallest dude right in front of me, and now I can't see anything. Even if I stood up, I can't see nothing. But like, I guess I see like the pit. Everyone wants to get up close and stand and be in that whole feel. When I sit down, it's like, man, I want to sit and I want to listen to my music. But when Logic came on, then I stood up because one, I wanted to see, and two is you get excited for it. So I guess yeah, that's more of a personal thing than it is like actual issue. Man. That's like I never was a pit person because one, it was more expensive to buy tickets for pit. Like whenever, like I would see, it was like $39 for a ticket be in the pit, and yet I could sit in the seats for $30. It made no sense. Well, I don't know.
No, yeah. Sometimes it's just most people milk it, I guess.
Plus, everything's so expensive when you go to concerts now.
Everything's just so expensive, and everything's just money. It just sucks. I wish there was some sort of other currency that we can go buy with.
Something with coin in the name,
Huh?
like just a little bit. Oh, huh?
Just a little bit of coin.
Bitcoin? What?
Huh? Do you have any Bitcoin?
No.
Any
That'd be.
Litecoin?
Do I like coin? Of course, I like coin.
No, like Litecoin. They have other
Oh,
sorts
what's
of currency.
Litecoin?
Litecoin, it's another sort of Bitcoin, but Litecoin is cheaper.
Huh.
Hey, look, dude. I'll bring up a thing real quick. What was it called?
I don't know. But man, speaking of Bitcoin, like those people that got it when it was young,
Oh
and
yeah.
and it just made money that fast is crazy. Like I'm glad, good for you to be able to get your thing, get your money, and get out, and not lose it.
Oh yeah, definitely. They people hit licks. There's this one dude that I knew, and he was talking about it whenever it was like at the prime in
Mm,
the last year and the end of it.
yeah.
He was over there and he cashed out at like the prime, and he said he bought it years ago
Wow.
whenever it was nothing. And I was like, bro, and he quit his job.
Wow.
It was crazy. I was
That's
like,
awesome.
you're a legend.
To like, isn't that the dream though? Like, I mean, that's the whole point of the lottery is winning a mass amount of money and being able to quit everything and then just live. Like, have we not have that worry of like, man, how am I gonna go to Hawaii before I'm 60 because this dead end job isn't paying me enough? And
I know, right? Like some like yeah. Is it like get a better job or go to school or go to a trade or learn that trade to get a better thing and then go to a school? Like what do you or then go to a
I feel like
job?
if given that if they're in the situation that they may not that they're in a dead end job, they probably need to find if they can't they won't be able to find maybe a better job other than like something a little bit just a little incrementally like better. But I don't know. If you go to school, you're going to be spending a lot of money, and you got to know what you want before you waste all that money. So you're not just sitting in class thinking, well, at least I'm getting a degree and I don't know what. And if you want to trade, you just got to be good at what you're doing. You can be a welder and you can be the greatest welder, and bam, there you go. Just go to a trade school and just own your craft. I, that's one issue that I find that parents don't emphasis on is figuring out what you want and what you want to do, or at least what you're good at doing. Because I mean, the whole point of getting a job is having a job that doesn't feel like a job.
Yeah, definitely do something. Definitely have your passion to have to definitely have a hobby. Like have a strong hobby and get at it.
And mm-hmm. there's a It's like what was I gonna say? Hmm. There's too much. There's too many influences around that affect how you handle things and how you learn things. Like you sit in the news every day and you say you hear all about these things, but yet there's worse things going on in the world and you don't know about it. It's like how true to do we understand what we understand because we watch a lot of TV or we watch a lot of you know
Do you,
YouTube or we listen to the news or we look at the news in the newspaper.
does TV influence us?
Absolutely, I feel that. Absolutely, like that's the whole reason why they say we sexualize women in certain things. It's like, well, look at all these commercials, like all these commercials that make it where you're trying to sell a burger and there's a hot chick on the car. It's like, well, you could have just said the burger is real delicious, but now I got to think about sex before I eat this burger.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like that doesn't benefit. And I don't like who what kind of advertisement does that really work on? That a guy's like, oh, Jennifer Lawrence is spilling bacon grease on her chest, and I'm like, I don't. I like. Does that really make you go to Carl's Jr.? No.
Yes.
Yes. All right. You want to say something? Want to say something? Okay. Yeah. Like, because there's such an urgency at a young age. Like right now, I feel like a lot of people in our age are thinking, I'm 20 some I'm 21, 22, whatever the age is in that small frame, and my parents were here at their age. Why aren't I there? And I need to be there. And I don't think that benefits for anybody because you feel you're already automatically from day one comparing yourself to other people, and that's not beneficial.
It's so weird. It won't let me log into my account, which is weird. But I'm sorry. I was talking about we were talking about this Bitcoin earlier,
Yeah.
and I was trying to log into it,
Oh.
but so let's see. Bitcoin's price right now is at 6,418 or 19. It's almost 6,420. That's it right now for one Bitcoin. And then for the Ethereum, which is a different Bitcoin,
I've heard of that one.
that's at 216. And Litecoin is at $56. You know how much I bought a Litecoin for?
Hmm.
I think at $50, like $40, $50, something like that. And it was at 100 and it was at almost $200 at its peak. And I was like, dang, like I just want some money.
You didn't know
But
it could be like that.
but it's back, it's still in there. Like I still haven't done it.
So like, how do you get it then? So like, once you buy it at X price and it becomes or increases at the other price, what do you do you cash? How do you cash out with it?
You send it. It's attached to your bank. It's attached to your bank account, and you just transfer it to your bank.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Jeremy just got in here.
Selling 500 piece.
For real, right? Full bread corgis.
I just couldn't put her through that. Poor mom one.
Oh baby, hurry, 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 hurry.
Where's the big baby at?
He's outside because Ari's here.
You can let her in. I'll just hold her.
A won't leave her alone.
You shaking your butt for the camera?
Shaking your booty, shake that booty. Look at her. Shake that booty. It's funny.
No, my little sweetie. Oh, jeez.
thumbs up for Ari. If you love Ari, thumbs up this video. If you don't thumbs up this video and you love Ari, you go to
Don't
hell.
actually love Ari.
You don't actually love her.
You can send Ray treats for A and Ari at his PO box.
My Cash App, where my Mula, WHEREMYMULA. So we were talking about new music, Jeremy. Do you want any new music out right now? I guess mainstream. That's like that came out last week. Oh, Astro World by Travis Scott.
That song was fire. At least if that was the beginning.
That's like
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he posted a snap yesterday, and I was like, dang, that one, it sounds good, and two, it was like perfect background for it.
Yeah, dude, that's why I had to do it. Like, I was out there for like 10 minutes trying to get the lightning.
Yeah.
Like, I got a little bit, and then like it went.
All right. One thing that would be kind of fun would be doing that Wild and Out thing where they roast each other back and forth. It's like completely off topic.
Oh yeah.
I thought that'd be a funny thing. Because one, I like people that can go back and forth and be witty about it and not get like butthurt.
Like, can you do that on there?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think if it's low enough, it'll work.
Oh, I saw a little bit of the music video for that. Weird as heck.
Bro, are you talking about that music video where Kanye's like that big old thing?
Yeah,
That was the funniest thing.
like
That's Lil Pump next to him.
mm-hmm.
That's funny.
I don't understand. Don't Lil. What is he doing? Lil Pump's not doing anything for music. He's not doing anything. I get it. He's supposed to be for fun,
Yeah,
and it's supposed to be fun music, but he's not. I just feel like if you're gonna do it, you gotta have some purpose. Even if it's nothing, make nothing something.
He's just making hype music, you know, like 6ix9ine.
Yeah, him as well. He ain't doing nothing. He just sounds like he's screaming.
Basically, 6ix9ine will come like so what they put out is it'll flip fast.
Yeah.
They know people are gonna
Get the money quick.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
They live in Cali.
Like, oh,
put time into it.
yeah. Like the Childish Gambino new music video. That was great.
What is that one?
I like that song.
Was it Feels Like Summer, right?
Yeah.
I never
You
heard
seen
that.
that? No?
You never heard that song?
You never seen the video?
I never heard the radio or the
Stop it, Art.
video
Stop.
either.
Stop. Come on.
Live, I like it.
Let's look this up.
Here's a summer pack. No, on Spotify. I love that. It's just 2 songs though. But no, the video is great. That's like how you were saying with Lil Pump and 6ix9ine, like it on the video.
The animated one.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it or heard it. Let me see.
I like how my interpretation of like Trippie Redd and Lil Pump going up to like all those rappers that aren't J. Cole and aren't Jay-Z's. I feel like that's them talking or being like looking for some kind of guidance or some kind of thing to cling to, and those other rappers that are like, nah, I ain't mess with what you do. Like I don't like you're not. This isn't the spot. This isn't the spot. Because like nobody, it's like Kodak Black didn't want to mess with them. The 2 dudes in the car, I don't know who they were, but they weren't messing with them.
I think one of them that one's 21 Savage. I don't know the other one.
Oh, in the music video?
Yeah.
Puts everybody in there.
Oh, that's who they are right there.
Yeah, that's what.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Was it Azalea Banks is in there too?
Yeah,
Like a nut in a tree.
Nicki and Travis, I like that because they like battling for the spot for that album.
Yeah, I felt like that was her building a whole like her own little castle, and Travis took a little piece, and she got so upset about it.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I totally understand that because Travis was like, dude, I'm just
like
putting
this,
out an album.
Yeah, this is like his first like one, and she got all hurt about it.
Yeah. Cause I mean, look, she's been in the game since we've been in middle school. I don't know how she can't complain about nothing.
Yeah, I know. It's just like her. I didn't even listen to it, but I know it wasn't as good as Travis Scott's. that album was probably one of my favorite albums.
There's some songs that I like, but others it's like, like I like Stargazing because the first one it's very simple, and that what was the other one with Frank Ocean? But that one, but that one.
this does have a lot of people on it.
Yeah. So I love about it that it says so much in so little. And it's like, the Jaden Smith runs up to Chance the Rapper, and like it's such a. I feel in the big thing since all those artists are in that little subdivision, and I feel like that's Childish Gambino or Donald Glover saying that that we're all still in this community of a family that and yet we're still having our own separate sections that we're fighting each other in or dealing with. I love that video.
Oh wow, I really thought about it like that. I'd rather have to see this video.
Ego's one. I like that one because like they're hooping. It's
Yeah. Who was the guy that tried to block it?
I want to say Takeoff was shooting, Quavo was blocking, the other guy that was blocking.
Isn't he the one that everyone says isn't like really a part of it?
That's the one that shot.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
I don't know if he's taking a him or just like switch it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their shit's all the same.
Really does. My cousin loves
all the same. Recycled shit, recycled beat, recycled shit.
Look, the ad libs are the same.
Yeah, the exact same. They're the same. They can't.
That's why I have a hard time arguing when I was like, I don't like them. They're like, why don't you like them? It's like, it's just not. It doesn't give me nothing.
Yeah, I'm playing downtown. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like,
yeah, I can.
Drunk, like,
yeah, you're not gonna hate it and be like,
man, turn this shit.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah.
Because I need substance in a song for me to love it and to enjoy it. Should have.
He's one of the visionaries in music right now.
Like, I mean, look, he goes through the whole video. If he also, as a key, represents something himself, he goes through all of what's going on, and he doesn't seem bothered by it. Just like how the Migos were falling around him, he's like, whatever.
Yeah.
He goes through all of it, just looking at everything and not really doing anything. He's just watching it and observing.
That's why I didn't even think about it until then. Like them balling. Yeah, y'all got money, but y'all still trash.
Yeah, they're not gonna be at. They're not gonna be at a level that Childish Gambino will be at, and where Chance the Rapper will be at.
I mean, probably top one, really. Right now, that's actually. I would say he's the number one person making music that actually means. Because, like, I mean, everybody else is just making music. Well, I mean, besides like J. Cole
Yeah,
and like
Logic does some, but not too, not everything. But yeah, KOD was good in terms of putting things in perspective. I like the interview he did with that Angela Martinez, I think.
oh yeah, I remember the first interview they did. I really liked that one. That's why I watched this one. They like felt like they fucked with each other.
Yeah.
The first one I really liked.
Are you still watching it, Ray?
I was looking at these like the comments in it, the YouTube. Very nice video. I liked it. I didn't get to hear the song though, but it was a nice video. I remember,
Yeah. I wonder how long does it take to animate all that? You have to animate movements. How? That's like step by like slide by slide, right? Oh, I couldn't even imagine how much time that would take. Just for 3 minutes or 4 minutes, whatever it was.
already. Now it is time for a little segment I like to call
Shots all around.
On This Day in History.
Close that bottle there.
Let's look up some. Let's look up some.
That's gonna be in my head.
Elizabeth I of England, the first Elizabeth. How many Elizabeths are there? I don't know either. Elizabeth number 1 was born today in 1533.
Elizabeth number 1.
Elizabeth number 1. 1533. That's a long time ago.
I was like, mine was in the Bible era. Aaron.
Russian tennis player Veran Zvanerva. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Was born in 1984. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! So if you were born in 1984, how old are you right now?
21. Are you talking to me?
84.
I thought you were talking about me.
1984.
It's 20,
How old are you, chat? How old are you, chat?
1984. That's 26, and then 26 plus 18. 2, 3, 4, 58. 58, 54? 64? 54?
Oh, 1984, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, you're 34.
Not 34.
What is the chat?
Because the difference of 84 to 2000 is 16 or 26.
Well, because like
16.
24, 84, and you add 2004.
Why am I doing so bad at
Plus
math?
10 years, that's 2014 plus 4 more years.
34. You're right. I don't know why I'm doing math so poorly. No, yeah, it's 34.
34?
Yeah, it's 34.
All right, happy 34th birthday. Some Russian tennis player.
Someone we don't even know.
Djokovic
No.
What?
or Maria Sharapova?
No.
Oh, I thought these were names you just knew. I was like, how are you just coming up with these random Russian names?
They are. I only know a couple of tennis that are like the best. Novak Djokovic is like the best, right? Up there with like the best. Spanish guy. I'll probably don't know.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
And tennis, the only one, the girls, the only ones I know, of course,
Reading.
her sister, Rita Sharapova, because she beats for like the #1 spot now.
Also, don't forget to go check out the new trash merch.
What?
You already know. Go hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat. Trash merch.
What are you talking about? You making those?
I can make them anytime. This is actually a one of one.
So go
I
buy
have
it.
2 of these, but 2 different colors. And this is Gucci.
Nice.
Get one.
Gucci. You want one?
Yeah.
Let me make you one.
Yeah. Or better yet, make you one with that. Oh, wait.
Which one?
Maybe like
The bag?
Louis,
Which one did you give me? The black one? Oh yeah, you did. I have the stuff under there.
That shit's easy.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like speaking of tennis, you know how that one that who's like the bald-ish white dude? That someone you know? He's also really good. It might have he had bald-ish.
For tennis?
Point being, he said about when someone said so he said Serena Williams was the best female player, and someone got onto him and said, "Why not just the best tennis player ever?" And he's like, "Well, because she's not. If she played us and our males in a match, she'd lose. And if you ranked her in the top 200 collegiate tennis players, she would rank like in the mid of them." Saying that like it's just a big difference. It's a difference. But people take offense to it, saying it's about being sexist, and it's not. It's just a biological truth. Not saying she can't beat people or beat dudes. She could beat me. She'd tear my ass up.
Probably could be out of the profession. It's not possible.
No, not even with the professional dudes. They had doubles matches with guys and girls on the mat that were on separate. And Serena Williams was with a dude. Guys served to her. She couldn't react to the hit fast enough. Like there's that much of a difference between women and men in terms of how quickly that just goes off. That's why, like, people are like, don't get mad about it. It's just kind of true.
WNBA players wanting
More money. Yeah. I can't even remember. I remember watching or seeing a WNBA game on the TV at the hospital in like 2009 when my grandma was in the hospital. That was the only time I remember seeing a WNBA.
I remember when we were in Vegas, they were promoting their WNBA team. You remember that? They were promoting it everywhere, dude.
I honestly can't even believe it. To be honest, like how they haven't gone bankrupt, it's like who watches that?
Yeah.
Who the heck watches? Even if you look at it, like I'll be pushing through the channel sometimes, I'll see them.
Yeah. Mm.
And their seats are just
empty.
empty.
Yeah. It's not exciting.
Okay.
They can't
That's it.
jump
Okay.
that high. Like they can't. He's like, I don't want to watch them get blocked by a goal or by the rim. The only time you heard much about it was when that one Baylor girl that was like 6', like 7 or whatever she was. She's
still in there.
Is she really?
Yeah.
What?
I haven't heard. I didn't hear. I remember when she first came out. I didn't hear anything about her after that up until like last week when she hit like a game winner. It wasn't even a game winner. I mean, yeah, it won the game. There's still like 12 seconds.
Oh, so it wasn't even like 3, 2, made it.
Yeah, no.
No.
There was like she made the shot, called the timeout, to go discuss. The other team, I guess, couldn't make the ball.
No.
This is y'all's game winning.
Yeah. But it
headline.
someone put a quote with Draymond Green's face, and like above it was like so and so said she should be getting they should get paid more or paid the same, and Draymond Green's quote, which wasn't true. Someone just put it to be funny. It's like, I'll give him 500,000 just to fuck up.
Yeah.
Oh
That's so
no.
wild.
Like,
They
dude,
really could.
he could.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
That's so tough.
dude, NBA players make ridiculous amounts. I remember it like 2 years ago, the salary cap was ridiculously high, and there was like mediocre players getting like $100,000 contracts. I was like, fuck. Like,
You ain't even gotta be all right to get paid.
I remember. I don't know if you remember Matthew Dellavedova.
Mm-mm.
He's the backup. Their backup point guard. He ended up leaving Cleveland to go play for like the Bucks. They gave him like a freaking 4 year, $80 million deal. Fucking Dellavedova. You don't even know who he
I don't even know who he is.
Like, exactly. Who the heck? Nobody knows who he is.
Dellavedova.
Only reason why he's even relevant is because
Like, practice with the minimum in the NFL a practice squad player can make is $100,000 or $150,000. Like, your practice squad, and they say that's not enough. Man, I would take $150,000 to not take a hit by nobody really, and to not play on the field and not mess up.
football, like, fuck, you get to go do it every day.
Yeah.
And then, like,
Play with the pros. You'd be like, yeah, I hung out with Tony Romo the other day.
Exactly.
Ridiculous, but baseball players are that. I think are they the highest
Oh,
played
shit,
players
I
ever?
forgot about baseball.
All right,
Them motherfuckers get fucking unnecessary amount of money.
but it's hard. It's all. I can understand why they get paid because it's a hard thing to do.
It's hard, like, especially at that level, but like,
It's easier to make a three than it is to make that. And there's a lot of advertisements and stuff in it. Look at the baseball stadiums. Look at the football stadiums. There's millions upon millions of dollars.
yeah. But as far as like, I feel like you put a lot more into like football than baseball. Like players that's
Physically,
a lot,
yeah.
physically a lot more.
But
Like even, I mean, I would even argue as much as saying like mentally, like baseball, like what, you know, like football, you have to do plays every day, just everything, every single thing. Like baseball, it's the same shit all the time. What you have to,
oh,
this nigga's gonna throw a curve this time, and this one might throw a fucking slider or whatever. But this
Yeah.
one can throw 100 miles an hour.
well, a ball coming at you at 98, and it's going in a perfect corner that the ump will call it. Like, you gotta have the eyes, because think baseball players have to now see the pitch that comes at them. They don't just assume everything's gonna be in somewhere to hit it. They have to like, oh, that's a curve. All right, be ready. Like, I think there's more smaller factors that make it that much more difficult. You can catch a football. Anybody can catch a football. I guarantee you, if they put you on the line and you ran, someone throw a ball, you catch it. Not everyone's gonna pick up a bat and hit a baseball.
But I mean, not everybody's gonna be good at running.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like baseball is. I mean, I get they have to do a lot in being professional sports. No matter what you play, you got to be the top of the top. But like, I saw their players getting like fucking $200 million contracts, and it's like playing baseball. Like what?
What's
Look,
the thing? ERA, your ERA, if you have a good ERA, you're like what, 2. That means you out of every 10 pitches, out of every 10 times you're at bats, you hit the ball, get a hit twice. Think that not most wide receivers will catch a good portion of the balls that are thrown at. That's like that shows how difficult it is that even the best players will only hit 2 or 3 times out of the 10. Uh-huh.
I guess that's all. Like, I guess that's also why you could like look at
Baseball. No, I can understand baseball being boring to watch.
best money in it.
At least our stands are filled.
I remember.
I just like stealing. That was the best. That was the best thing.
but you know, it says right here, the person who makes the most money. Guess who? Yeah.
Wait, no. Soccer player, I know that for sure.
Probably. Because I know they make
I
hell.
want to say it's Cristiano Ronaldo or LeBron.
Huh. Yeah, that's actually a good point. I didn't think about LeBron James.
Floyd Mayweather.
That's all from
He don't
promotions. I was like, that's all from promotions and all that bull.
But other than that, I was gonna say it's soccer players.
Yes,
It's
I mean,
it's
because that's a
it's
different level.
That's a
it's
culture.
it's
That's a whole
Messi,
different
Ronaldo, and then it's Conor McGregor.
Wait, Messi's ahead of
Or
Ronaldo?
it's like this is just like I think it's just like an average, I guess. But then it's like Neymar, and then it's like LeBron, and it's like Roger Federer, and then it's like Stephen Curry.
Neymar left Barcelona, and Barcelona was playing him. But he did up in PSG contract 200 and
And that's a lot of money. And how many years?
what is even know, but I want to say only like 4. I don't even think they do soccer does at this time.
So they just give them a flat out that money like that for their players. Four.
Because like players, I mean they do on years, but like a lot different. Their contracts are way different. All of the times they based on like goals, you know, how many minutes played. And like you could like put players on loan. Like you could still be a part of like say Barcelona.
Yeah.
But let's say like they have all the people they need. Like you're still part of Barcelona, but they can loan you off to another.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And like come back at the end of the season though and still be part of that team.
What? So
It's weird.
did they do trades?
You could trade. I mean, look, like I guess like a trade is not even like. I mean, yeah, you could trade. Like it's way easier to like loan. You know what I'm saying? Because like you could loan, and that team could see how the player's going to produce, and then make a deal to see if like, man, we could offer you this player instead of this one. But yeah, there is trades, but it's not like just flat out trades.
Yeah.
It's like,
because they're teams from areas, right? Like they're not like it. Like if you're on the American team, do we have just America and that's just our team?
well, okay, so like every team has a national team. Every country has a national team. The players that are born in those countries can go play for the national. But like clubs, like those are just like any other like team. They could get a player from anywhere in the world.
Oh, okay.
So like for example, like Brazil, like South America is known to have like the best talent players. All of them play in Europe. They don't play in South America. They all play in Europe because those are the biggest teams and they have.
Huh. Well, hell, I didn't know any of this.
Yeah.
I don't know much about soccer.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know much about it either. I just barely got in. Not this World Cup, but the before, like in 2014. Like that's when I started getting. I like it. It's just that shit's hard. That shit is hard.
No, yeah, soccer. I tried doing that. I could run. I could kind of keep the ball in front of me, but if someone was just try to take it from me, they'd probably get it. I wouldn't even be able to stand a chance.
Yeah.
Watching them do what they do and like they'll like spin and then as they're spinning, kick the ball between the dude's legs and then go around them. I'm like, what are you doing?
Like the footwork. Just to dribble the ball, like you know what I'm saying, running around with that shit's hard enough, and then like try and make people miss.
Yeah,
like, that's hard. And then like I haven't even got to the shooting part.
Yeah, and be accurate.
Yeah, and be accurate. Like,
and they kick curveballs. They can hit knuckleballs. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude, this should be bending like yeah, knuckling and shit. Like
I think that's so cool. Oh. Like I remember Luis tried to explain. He's like, "Yeah, you just kick it on this side of your foot, and then you hit it like this." And I'm like, "Okay." I kick it, it just goes. I'm like, "Oh, see, it's not that easy."
Yeah. When did she get her treatment?
Yesterday.
Oh, little fresh.
No, but she gained her energy back. It was just the day of that she was like, I don't want, I don't
Yeah.
want to do nothing. But yeah, but she have a 10, 14 days. They said that she'll recover. But I want it to rain like hard, but it's just not.
Yeah, no.
It's just not.
Bullshit.
I'm tired of hearing all this thunder, and I'm like, ooh, and then nothing happens.
There's no raining hard without them.
Yeah. I swear he's got so much stuff everywhere to look at, and like just even down to that Buzz Lightyear thing, I was like, that's so cool.
I think he has too much.
Like that piano.
Yeah, like
I think it's
piano
cool.
just is.
It's cool,
That's
but
cool.
it doesn't like serve a purpose.
Yeah. Brought like a bag full of more junk.
I mean, at least it doesn't look like it's just put in places. It's actually like set. Some things.
Table. It's real things.
Oh man, I hope when Logic comes out with his book, I can't wait to get it. I want to read it.
Did he drop it? How you supposed to drop the
The album September
Yeah.
28th.
Oh, okay. I thought it was this week.
Now he put out a new song, "Everybody Dies," yesterday
Oh, yeah.
or today actually. Today's Friday. Yeah, yeah, and man, it was good too. Like I'm a little biased because I love Logic, and I've listened to him for God knows how long now. Um, but no, he's never put out a song that I didn't like. Maybe he just appeals to my taste. Uh, yeah. I want him to do a song with J. Cole though, just one. He only had him at the end of his last album. Um, that it kind of like it song ends and then it revamps and it comes and J. Cole comes in and he sings his little part. I love that. And the story that went behind it on him actually writing it for him and being like, hey, and I saw we watched an interview and he explained like how J. Cole ended up at the very end of the song. I'm like, oh man. I hate this chair for it squeaking so much.
Dude, that's nothing compared to that one. Gosh.
Is this one too? Oh,
Like, if you sit in it, like
you don't want to move.
you barely just sit down. It's like what that freaking chair. Well, like you know what I'm saying, like especially I don't know. I guess it's just a little.
Oh,
I thought she was bringing the box.
And
No, I was just scared to steal the box.
wait, she came here to bring you snacks?
mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. I gave her her house key.
Oh.
All right.
Is that why there's cake on in the fridge? Oh.
My mom did me.
I gotta set you down, but I know what you're gonna do once I set you.
Alrighty, guys. Well, I think that concludes our live stream for today.
Look. This is why you stay still. Stop it.
Let me know if y'all guys have any questions or concerns. Hit me up.
Enjoy y'all's day.
Comment below. Subscribe. Like. Hit me up. Do 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 do
This is why you need an outro song.
do 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 do.